Employment is one of the problems that are often faced in both developed country and developing and poor country. The problem of employment usually occurs due to the economic situation that is experiencing a recession and also insufficient job opportunity due to limited quota. Employment occurs when someone who can work and want to work but does not find a job. These people are classified in the labor force of a country, namely those aged 50 to 64 and willing to work. They are the people who are active in the economy to fill job vacancy in the labor market. In a society where most people can earn a living by running their own business or working with others, employment is a serious problem. Its implications include loss, feeling of rejection, and personal failure, and therefore employment is widely used to measure worker welfare. The employment rates also show the level of efficiency in the use of human resources of a country. For your information, the total population in Malaysia in 2019 was 32.4 million people and continued to increase to 33.1 million people in 2031, an increase of 2.2%. In addition, the Malaysia GDP in 2020 decreased by Rm 63,723 million, equals to 4.5% of the total amount of Rm 1,421,454 million in 2019. This is because the government implements a comprehensive MCO in 2020. Nevertheless, Malaysia GDP in 2021 increased by Rm 63,099 million, equals to 6.9% of the total amount of Rm 1,357,731 million. This happened because the government has opened several service sectors: agriculture, mining, manufacturing, and construction.
Malaysian economy recorded to be in a stable position in 2022. Data shows that Malaysian economy position showed an improvement in 2022 after a severe economic falls in the previous year. In 2020, the unemployment rate in Malaysia recorded the highest number of 5.3%, equivalent to 826,100 people. This way, in May 2020, it returned to decrease 4.6%, equals to 737,500 people in September 2020. This unemployment rate increased again in January 2020 to 4.9%, equal to 722,500 people. After many actions carried out by the government caused the unemployment rate to decrease gradually in April 2021 by 4.6% until the end of 2021 and September 2021, which is 4.5% unemployment rate in Malaysia. It is not until the year 2022 that many institutions become more stable and hire workers at the same time to be able to suddenly lower the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate in Malaysia in 2022 is 3.9%, equivalent to 637,700 people in May 2022. Kedah economy in the year 2022 amounts to 1.35 billion ringgit with an expected deficit of 12.44% or 90.22 million ringgit compared to 11% in 2021. Of that 1.35 billion ringgit, the allocation of operating expense evolved at 115.22 million ringgit, an increase of 2.04% or 16.34 million ringgit compared to 2021. Development allocation is 218 and 31 million ringgit, with an increase of 70.41 million ringgit or 8.66% to ensure the balanced development of the state, in addition to continue the planning of the project that could not be completed due to COVID-19. Kedah recorded a revenue receipt of 831.68 million ringgit until November 2021, which is 87.73% of the initial estimate of revenue collection, amounting to 720 million ringgit for the year 2021. This year revenue collection performance is better than 2020 of 560 and 66 million ringgit, with an increase in revenue collection of 71.02 million ringgit.
Ni pun dah susah lah nak saja kan. Sama yang sini abang lah yang kadang gaji tak tinggi, jadi bayar tak saja. Kadang ada mudah hari pun buat dia ni adalah beli fisik ni lah. Dalam bulan tu kalau boleh, kan bulan tu boleh dia tak ada. Sedangkan ada orang kata mau ada niat nak saja. Dengan gaji tak tinggi, awak tak mau dah ada job, tak ada job lain sesuai untuk awak bagi.
Although Kedah is the fifth state with the highest economic growth in Malaysia, Kedah also has an inconsistent unemployment rate every year. For example, according to data from the Malaysian Statistics Department in the Kedah Socio-Economic Report in 2019, the unemployment rate in Kedah in 2015 was 2.6%. This percentage then increased to 2.9% with an increase of 0.3%. Then, the unemployment rate in 2017 began to decrease to 2.8% before increasing again to 2.9% in 2018 and falling again to 2.8% in 2019 due to the inconsistent labor force, participation rate and growth conditions, economy that goes up and down every year. However, the unemployment rate increased sharply in 2020 by 4.2% or a total of 39,900 people who were unemployed. This happened due to the COVID-19 pandemic that occurred throughout the country, causing economic sectors to be completely closed and economic activities could not be carried out optimally.
Peluang pekerjaan tu ada tak?
Kalau ikutkan sebelum COVID-19, peluang pekerjaan tu tidak terhad ke sekarang. Sekarang selepas COVID-19 tu, banyak perniagaan atau perusahaan terpaksa tutup sebab tak mampu nak bayar gaji dan terlalu lama tidak beroperasi, so dia tak ada duit lah untuk bayar. So sebelum COVID-19 tu lebih banyak orang kata sebab masa tu ekonomi masih stabil, tak tahu inflasi macam sekarang.
With the unemployment rate increasing in Kedah, especially in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there are adverse effects that happen to the people in Kedah when facing the COVID-19 pandemic. Berita Harian has quoted from the report the impact of COVID-19 on loss of employment. From Perkeso, Kedah is one of the 5 states that contributed to 79% of job loss. More concerning is Kedah, which accounted for 1 in 6 job losses, despite being home to a relatively small number of employers. The report from Perkeso related to job loss throughout the pandemic also shows job loss statistics for district in Kedah consisting of various sectors. The most affected sector in 2020 to 2021 during the pandemic is the manufacturing sector, where as many as 865 types of jobs in the sector were lost in all districts in the state of Kedah. This matter is of great concern to the people of Kedah when facing the pandemic.
The economic situation in Malaysia is quite troubling. True data from the Department of Statistics Malaysia recorded the highest figure since 1987. Preparation to face the problem of unemployment is the first: keep calm and don't get emotional. Most Malaysians will be stressed due to not getting a job. They will feel depressed in life because they cannot afford to bear the high cost of living every day. Therefore, stress control is important so that there is no violence in the household and to create harmony in the family institution. Secondly, not choosing a job. Work in any field even if it does not match the interests and qualifications. We have to gain skills and experience. This is to prevent an individual from continuing to be unemployed and to be able to earn enough income to cover the cost of living and family. Apart from that, you can empowering entrepreneur skills. This allows an individual to do business online from home through various digital platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. For example, of online business is freelancers, programmers, and food business. On the other hand, looking for source of government assistance. Affected employed people can get mental health resources and financial help from the government through the incentives offered by the government. This helps an individual who does not get a job opportunity in the short term. In a nutshell, the problem of unemployment still cannot be overcome to this day, even though the reins of leadership are exchanged in the national administration. Therefore, every individual needs to take a systematic approach in finding job opportunities from the unemployed, especially the community in Kedah. Therefore, the opportunities and economic potential in Kedah need to be developed immediately so that development in Kedah continues to progress and further eradicate the problem of unemployment in Kedah. That's all from us. Thank you.